Welcome, everybody, to Word of God Church presents Gratitude Unfiltered, the Testimonies. What's up, my man? How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Tell everyone who you are.
My name is Jono Erassarret, Jr.
Say that last name one more time.
Erassarret.
Erassarret.
Yeah.
What kind of name is that?
It's French Basque.
French what?
Basque.
I've never heard that before. Where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I was born in California, Bakersfield, California, but we moved to Cleveland, Oklahoma when I was 5.
What was that transition like?
It wasn't too bad because I don't remember a lot of it, but the downside is I didn't get to grow up around all my family members and stuff too because we knew nobody here. My dad was trying to get away from drugs and stuff. And
How'd that work out?
well, it worked out for him, you know. Meth it's everywhere. It took him a while, but he made it through. He finally quit the same day I did.
So let's rewind really quick. So growing up in Cleveland, Oklahoma, what was your life like?
It was like any other normal life, I guess. My dad wasn't really around a lot. When he was, there was a lot of arguing and stuff, but I was a regular kid, you know, partied a lot. Started drinking at like the age 13.
Yeah, you just made all that sound so normal, like we all do it.
Well,
I waited till 14 at least.
Well, you know, once you get involved in sports and stuff, then we all come together and have little bonfires, and you know how it gets.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was a wrestler. I wrestled almost from when I was little all the way up to high school, and played football, did the normal thing, you know, I mean.
So how the heck did you end up at MBK then? I mean, if you're just doing the normal partying that we all did and wrestled and you're an athlete, why the heck are you at MBK?
Well, I fell into a trap, you know, trying to get the approval from somebody.
Who?
I can't state that. That's one thing I can't state, you know.
Okay.
It'll hurt other people.
I can respect that.
But, you know, I fell into the trap, and I was in 11th grade. It was the first time I ever smoked meth. And, I liked it, but it wasn't like an everyday deal. I just did it probably once a week, you know. And then, like I said, got married, went almost 8 years without her knowing I had an addiction to meth. When she got sick, my wife ended up needing a kidney transplant. She got really bad, and I did too, you know. Staying up day
Off of
after
meth?
day. Huh?
Off of meth?
No, I got bad off meth. She got sick, and I say I got sick too, you know, because it wasn't me. That's when I actually started using the needle, and it took a hold of me. I used to always say you got to do the drugs, but you can't let the drugs do you. That's a lie. They'll always get a hold of you, and it did. It got a hold of me. She got her kidney transplant though. She almost died a couple times during that midst, but I was trying to, you know, keep up, staying up, working. Not going to bed for 7 or 8 days at a time, and just trying to make ends work, and just using that drug to try to get me by. And she got a kidney transplant, and she realized something was wrong with me.
Meth seems so crystal, ice, Tina, all the different names for it. You know, we work pretty comfortable with meth stories within this ministry because that's been the demon. It seems like we've all wrestled.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of the world that has no clue what meth is and what it does. Can you explain how meth twisted and destroyed your universe and it led you here?
Yeah, it'll take small things. First, it starts off as small things that normally you would be convicted for, and that just kind of the meth deal just kind of numbs you and just makes you think, hey, that it's all right.
The sex, stealing,
Everything,
crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once that meth, especially, you know, the meth addiction, it really enhances the sex addiction and every other addiction possible. Stealing, hurting people, fighting. It don't matter what it is, you know. It helps enhance for a spiral downfall.
Yeah. People talk about alcohol like, yeah, you've a six-pack and loosens your inhibitions and, you know, kind of. But meth has this funny way of making a mattress look pretty. I mean, it's a demon.
Yep, and it'll kill you slowly, and if not, someone behind the deal will kill you. You know, there's been plenty of times that I should have possibly been killed, and just during, you know, dealing with my affiliations and stuff I've had before in the past. I've talked to you about it before, with gang affiliations and stuff, and you use it to numb numb the feeling of what you're actually doing. Then after a while, it's scary because your heart becomes so cold and so hard, like you don't even stress that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be nothing, like I said. It wouldn't be nothing to go kick in someone's door and hurt somebody and not feel not one thing about it, one thing twice about it.
See, it's like it takes, if reality is the front part of your head, it's like it flips your brain around and does the exact opposite of what is righteous and holy.
Yeah.
I swear it's created by the devil. So you get really, really bad. How did you find out about MBK?
I heard about it when I was in jail, but I didn't have any
Which
plans.
time?
Yeah. I didn't have any plans to go to it. I never had plans to get help, but this last time, like I said, when I got that assault and battery on a police officer and they tased me 10 times, and that's when I was sitting in jail. I was like, man, I'm done with this. But after a couple months of sitting in jail, I was like, I think the devil was working on my mind already. I was like, I think I'm going to go back to doing what I was doing. Well, then thinking I was going to go to prison, I was trying my hardest to get someone to bail me out, but no bail bondsman would touch me anymore. And then I was trying to...
What an honor.
Yeah, yeah. And then I was thinking I was going to go to prison, and they said they wanted to send me to a rehab. And I was like, well, I wasn't really wanting that. They sent me to a different ministry at first, but that's when I decided, when I landed over there, seeing my kids sober, well, it's the first time I've seen them sober, probably, I don't know, ever, probably, more than likely. Yeah. Seeing them sober, or seeing me sober with them, it was life-changing right there. That's when I realized I needed to change. I had to change. I went to that other ministry. I was only there for like 2 weeks. And like I said, they did things a little crazy over there. And I'd be over there sheetrocking a house, and they'd leave me over there by myself, and they'd get so stoned they'd forget I was there. That's when I called my mom. I said, Mom, take me back to county. I'm just going to go ahead and go to prison. I was like, I can't change here. And she's like, well, I got MBK lined up for you.
So what does MBK meant to you?
It means everything to me. It's life-changing. It's without MBK and God, I would probably be dead. Because I'm too stubborn, really, to have another chance back out there in the world. And if I was because I still have a lot of pride issues I deal with. And if I was to go back out there and go back to doing what I was doing, knowing that it's wrong now, I don't even think I'd go to prison. I think I'd end up dead. Yeah. It's just, MBK is life-changing. It's done wonders in my life.
What is the most unobvious thing that you've learned from your experience with MBK? Like something that you didn't even expect to learn?
You might not think it's unobvious, but that Jesus does forgive. Jesus forgives, there's things I've done in my life, I can't, touch on, but I've had to ask for forgiveness, and now it don't even really faze me that much anymore. It don't come up in my mind anymore as much as it used to.
What do you have to say to those people that are watching that go to church, they raise their hand, they say the prayer, they read their Bible, but they are still living with shame? What do you have to say to them?
Quit worrying about what everybody else is thinking. Don't have any doubt. Doubt does arise in my mind still. But you have to put those thoughts away because Jesus is real. There ain't no other explanation of me not being in prison right now, or me not being dead, or, me reuniting with my kids. Jesus is real. Just don't have doubt. You got to keep pushing forward, keep your faith strong.